Hello everybody, my name is Shubh Dhruv and today we'll be discussing how to graduate high school at 15 years of age. Yes, you heard me right, 15 years old, and this is the age that most students are when they just begin high school. So if sounds something that you're interested in, stay tuned. Hello everybody, welcome to School with Shubh, where we'll be discussing the where and what of navigating school and college. I know, this sounds ridiculously early. How can anybody graduate at 15 years old? You have to be some kind of genius to do it. Well, that's not true. I'm the proof in the pudding where I graduated at just 15 years old myself. I'm not the top student in my class. I'm not a genius by any means. I just had a passion and I worked toward it and I was able to do this, and you can as well with these simple tips. Method number one is the method that I used and utilized personally. This is where I took the California High School Proficiency Exam, CHSPE. And the CHSPE exam is a similar exam that you're able to take in many other states outside of California. It just might not be called the CHSPE. You can take an equivalent of the high school proficiency exam in New Mexico, Arizona, whatever state you're from, we got you covered. So to begin, I was a student in 11th grade actually. I was younger, I was only 15 when I just started 11th grade, about to turn 16. So I had no idea about this exam, no idea what the CHSPE exam was, until one day I had a classmate that just up and left and went to UCLA and graduated. And this blew my mind. I was like, how can anybody just get up and leave and graduate high school so early and so easily? So after tracking her down and picking her brain a little bit, she informed me that the CHSPE or California High School Proficiency Exam is the exam that she took and allowed her to graduate high school early. So I did some research, I did some digging, and I found that there were two requirements that any student needs to fulfill in order to take the CHSPE exam. Requirement number one is that a student needs to be enrolled in at least one semester of their sophomore year. So this ages most students between 15 and 16 years old. So that's hence the title. You're able to graduate 15 years old or maybe just turning 16 years old. So if this sounds like you're around that age, definitely look into this exam. Requirement number two, if you met the first requirement, then you're good to go. Requirement number two is that you need to be age 16 or older, but if you bypassed it with the first requirement, you're good to go. So you may be thinking, graduating high school early with this CHSPE exam or whatever it's called, it must be super hard, you must be a genius to do it. And again, no, you don't need to be a genius, you don't even need to really study for it. What I found was that this exam was extremely basic. It was simple algebra, simple reading. I even remember a question was, what's the fifth letter of the alphabet? It's some very easy reading comprehension questions. And the funny part is that there were many students taking this exam that didn't speak English. They're from other countries. So this just goes to show that anybody can take this exam with just a little bit of work and preparation. And if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're motivated enough to pass this exam on the first time around with flying colors. Next up, method number two. Method number two is one that you might be a little bit more familiar with, and it's called the GED exam. So the GED exam is something that you've probably heard of. You've probably heard of many non-traditional students taking the GED exam after maybe dropping out of high school. So this is an exam that many students can utilize. And traditionally, the requirement that you may have heard was that you need to be over 18 years of age in order to take the GED exam. However, what many people do not know is that there's many waivers available in all states that allow you to take the GED between age 16 and 17. This allows you to cut off so much time on high school and allows you to enter whatever educational pathway you prefer, whether it's going straight to work or whether it's going straight to college or anything in between. Taking this GED or CHSPE exam is something that allows you to basically bypass many of those classes and courses that really aren't necessary. I remember that I was going through high school thinking, wow, I just sat through a whole semester of this class and I really didn't come out feeling that I learned that much. And it wasn't until I really went into college and started working that I realized that real life experience as well as college classes really prepare you better than what you can do in high school. So there's many different ways to graduate high school early at just 15 years old. These are just two methods that I described, and these are by far the easiest methods. You don't need to take extra classes, you don't need to do summer school, you don't even need to complete all the units. As soon as you have this test, by law, you are a graduate of high school, and it's equivalent to any high school diploma that you may get. So you have no issue applying to universities, you have no issues applying to community college, going into work that may require a high school diploma. So if these things sound like something that you're interested in or pursuing in the future, definitely keep the CHSPE or the GED exam in the back of your mind. However, before you think that, wow, this is the path I want to take, I do want to mention that there are some potential cons to taking the CHSPE exam or the GED exam and graduating high school super early. The first con is that you don't really get the whole high school experience. When I mean high school experience, I mean being part of a swim team, tennis team, whatever athletics you're part of, or maybe even going to prom or going to homecoming, many of these school events. Looking now, it may feel like, wow, I just want to get out of high school, start working or start going to college, but looking back, you may regret not taking on these opportunities or taking these high school events more seriously. However, for me, it wasn't personally something that I was very interested in, and I didn't really care about doing any of these extra events. So going out of high school was actually a huge relief for me, and I enjoyed my time out of high school as a 16, 17, 18-year-old way more than I was during high school. So just something to keep in mind and see if it aligns with your goals personally. However, when graduating high school early at 15, 16, you have to have a plan. You have to know what you're gonna do next, because you don't want to just save a lot of years of your education and not put them to use. I'm going to be making several videos on what you can do right after graduating high school at an early age, and the pathway that I took to end up graduating university with a STEM degree at just 19 years old. This was a very easy way to graduate high school, and it was a very non-traditional path that not many people know about, but I'm trying to spread the word, and I'm trying to allow people and students to know that there is another way to go through the educational process and cut years out of your education. Time is money, folks. I hope you have a great day. Please like, subscribe, and comment any video ideas that you may have. The support goes a long way. I appreciate everyone's time and commitment to their education. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.